Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Mathal. Today I'm gonna discuss some information about complex number, and I have like one problem adding and subtracting the complex number. So let's get started. What is complex number and how to add and subtract the complex number? In this video you can able to learn how to add and subtract the complex number. So what is complex number? So simply we can say complex number is nothing, just sum of real and imaginary numbers. Now, what is real and imaginary numbers? Real number we already know, like 0 to infinity. That's all the real numbers. And so, and also complex number is expressed as a standard form when written. A plus bi. That's a standard form when it's written. Where A is real part, B is imaginary part. Now we already know, like real number is what? 0 to infinity. Now what is imaginary part? The imaginary part is nothing but which include letter I. So I is imaginary number. I is imaginary number and also defined as a square root of negative I. That means I is equal to the square root of negative I. Okay, so what number consists next to it? I is imaginary number. So for example, over here we can see 2 plus 3i. So 2 is what? Real part, and 3i, I means imaginary number, so I is imaginary part. That's how we can say. Also we can also say like x is like x component is real part is x component, and y component is imaginary part. So if we plot, suppose we have to plot in the graph, how can we plot this complex number in the graph? So in the graph we have real part, like I said, this is real part, x component is real part, so this is x component and this is y component, right? So x component is real part and y component is imaginary part, right? Now how we can plot this? So you can say 2, what is 2? Real part, that means x, so you can count 1 2, right? That's 2, so that's 2. And what is our imaginary part? 3i plus 3, so count 1 2 3, so you can go and up to here, right? So this point is in graph we can plot complex number. That's how we can plot. Now let's see other things we can know, like if we have to add, how can we add complex and how can we subtract the complex numbers? So it's very real. I mean, it's very easy. It's nothing, it's a simple addition and subtraction. We always add real part to real and complex part to complex. Okay, so keep in mind while adding, I'm just writing here, add or subtract, what are we gonna do? Real part to real part and imaginary part to imaginary part. So that means we can add real part to real part and we can add imaginary part to imaginary part. So let's get started over here. Problem first. We have 2 plus 5i plus 3 minus 4i, right? Now we say we add a real part to real part. So we have 2 plus what? 3, right? Plus we have 5i, we have negative 4i, right? So that means we bring all the real parts together. So this real part and this real part we write together, right? This real part and this imaginary part and this imaginary part we write together. That's how we do. Okay, now what we'll get? 2 plus 3 is 5, right? And 5i minus 4i means 5 minus 4 is 1i. So you see our 5 is like a positive numbers and greater numbers, so we can write plus I. So this is our answer. So our answer is 5 plus I. Same way, how can you subtract? So subtract, for here we have solution. So we can write 3 minus 4i minus 2 plus 5i, right? So when we subtract this, so you can write 3 minus 4i minus this, sorry, 3 minus 4i minus 2 plus 5i, right? So when we subtract with 3 minus 4i minus 2 minus times plus gonna be minus 5i, right? Now what do we have to do? We have to bring all the real parts together and imaginary part together. So our real part is 2 3 and negative 2, so we can write 3 and negative 2, and our imaginary part is 4i and 5i. So somehow we can bring all the real parts together. So we have 3 minus 2, we have negative 4i, negative 5i. That's our imaginary part. So 3 minus 2 is 1, and negative 4i minus negative 5i is negative 9i, right? So that's how we can add or subtract. It's very simple. It's just basic addition and subtraction. Just we have to keep in mind, if we add real parts together, and we can add imaginary part together. Same way, if we subtract the real parts and we subtract the imaginary parts. That's all. I hope this video is going to help you to understand the complex number a little bit and how to add and subtract the complex numbers. For next video, I'm going to make more how to multiply the complex number and so on. So if you haven't subscribed my channel, please go ahead and subscribe my channel, and also don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for watching.